Welcome back, guys, to Chris Gaming TV. Today I'm going to do some more Fantasy 14 content for you. The patch with 3.5 has been released, well, I wouldn't say today, but it's been 2 days now. I was sort of currently at work. I've had a quick look at it, I'm not going to lie. I'm not 100% on names and all that. I'll just call them what I sort of remember they are. I'm a little bit surprised because right at the beginning, I don't want to spoil too much, but right at the beginning, they sort of go into depth about Omega, and it sort of gives you a little glimpse of Zeno, I think he's called, the main villain in Stormblood, which is, I didn't think they would show us this early on. I'm pretty happy they are, but I thought they wouldn't be that far ahead. I know that sounds silly, because the sort of like, at the fan festivals, they sort of showed like a little glimpse of Omega. It was like a little screenshot, and you could hardly make out what was going on there. Screenshot, it was more artwork. But yeah, I'll play it and you'll see what I mean by this, because I don't really want to spoil the voiceovers with my voice. If you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe. If you do subscribe, click the little bell to get notified on any more Fantasy 14 content that might sort of come out, as well as any playthroughs I'll play on other games. So anyway, let's just delve in.
Omega? That Hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Carternow since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it. So
there's Omega. I mean, I think it was like patch 2.3ish when they mentioned Omega weapon, when I think the PvP came out. This is the new, if you want to call it Primal, it's basically the third Warren Triad. I can't remember his name, in all fairness. It's pretty early on. But so far there's some ads there. I don't know if you have to like sort of fight them or whatever. It'd be pretty cool if you do, because it's not very often you get like ads in like Primal fights recently, it seems. I do like the look of this guy though. Like, I really like his armor. But I do have a little bit of beef about the fight itself. So this was currently shown at the fan festival, and this particular clip was actually shown, and the way it works is he looks like he does sort of a cleave in front of him. Don't know if he's already did it. He sort of chops off parts of the map, a bit like he's cutting like a cake, like slices of cake falling or whatever. This part here, right, so he's actually broke the middle pillar, and obviously he's left on a little platform, and obviously his bottom half of his body is amazing. If you haven't seen the current model, you know, look up screenshots of it. It is awesome. He sort of comes out, and to me it looks like he's going to do like a blast, which looks sort of similar to like Sephiroth Not when he goes like huge and jumps off the platform or whatever. With him, it's sort of, it'd be a bit weird though, because he's already damaged the middle pillar platform. It'd be a bit weird if like he does the blast, climbs back in, and the same thing repeats, and then the pillar in the middle is all like fixed and stuff. It'd be a bit weird, but you know what I mean, like when you see it here. So it does his blast. I am really interested to see how like that fight, you know, looks pretty fun. Something I didn't expect was the Beast Tribe quests. I know it was mentioned a while back, first person shooter. I don't know if it's linking them all together or whatever, but I don't know. Awesome dance. It's like the powering up. I wish it did that though. Like you had like all these like electrics and stuff coming off you. The Hildebrand I found to be a little bit more serious, it seems, in this cutscene, not as funny and quirky. I'm not sure if this is the actual end of his story. Vivi going like, looks like a time age or doing some sort of time thing. Manipulating time. But I just want to start that quickly. If you look at the Lancers closely, to me, they look younger. So recently in these cutscenes, he's obviously been fighting with a lot of cutscenes, a lot of story, shall I say, in Hildebrand. He's met some Dragoons, or Lancers, whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure if they're Dragoons or not, or if they're still Lancers, but he sort of meets them and they're all old and stuff like that. And in that one, it sort of looks like Vivi's got something to do with time, and it's sort of like make them look younger. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, it looks very much more serious. The only thing, the squabbles I've got with Hildebrand in Heaven's Waters, there's no trials with them or anything fun like that. The story's been good, but I don't know, I kind of like the Realm Reborn because you got like Ultros and all that sort of stuff, and it was a lot more funner, I think. This time round, it's just been more or less story. Not a bad thing though. New hairstyles and stuff, just same old, same old. It's always welcome. Right, the new gear. I like the one on the left. That's obviously tank. The one that's doing the salutes, obviously, I'm guessing is a range, like maybe machinist and all that sort of stuff. The next one's obviously Caster, the yellow, which I think's the awesome looking one because I'm not a fan of the hood, but I really like the gas mask for some reason. I think it looks pretty like cool. It's a bit like Psycho Mantis out of the Metal Gear Solid series. And I'm guessing the end one might be Monk, which is what I'm currently playing. I'm not too sure if I like the mask or not, of the armour, but I kind of like how he's got the jacket sort of like tied around his waist. That's pretty cool. But it's some of the better looking gear I've seen this patch expansion. I'm not a huge fan of some of the gear that's come out this time round. It's been very much like old-fashioned English gentleman sort of gear. Like if I don't know how to describe it, but it's not been very good. Again, this is the new gear for Dunscaith, I believe, and I really like it. It's pointy, if you want to call it that, but it looks dark and pointy. It looks cool. Like I think they've done a good job of this. Not too sure what that is. Maybe a botanist, maybe, I don't know. Right, this one is obviously the veteran reward. This got shown like ages ago, but I really really like it. It's Skulls of Fantasy 8, and it's awesome, like totally awesome. It's going to be at least 1,400 days or whatever, but I have read that this might be the actual last veteran reward, and then they're going to look into something else. I don't know, but it kind of makes us want to go from an Ura to the human race. The hell they're called? Yeah, I just call them humans. The middle guy. Like I kind of want to make my character guy Skull now, even though I'm a monk, so it probably wouldn't work. But still, the costume's awesome. The outfit, whatever you want to call it. This, okay, so I'm not like, I don't craft at all, hardly. I don't get it. I find it complicated, and a lot of people probably screaming at the screens now, saying I'm an idiot, because crafting's like, it is the true end game in this game. Like, if you want to make money or get anything, it's like, you've damn right got to be a crafter. But I did not expect this. Like, this didn't happen in Realm Reborn, which was pretty cool. But these look to me like similar to a relic for a crafter. Like, I can't even imagine what they're gonna have to go through to get these. Like probably craft thousands of stuff just to get it. They were a little bit like, I can't remember the name of them, but they were a bit like the gold version of the hammers and stuff like that in the Realm Reborn. They were pretty hard to get. These are glowing. These are like relics. These. Same for gatherers. Like, you've got your fisher, and in the background you got your miner. They look cool though. I like how they glow. Anything that glows is cool. Do you know? This, I'm a little bit. It is cool. Like for the summoners, yeah, you can have a carbuncle. You can have it any color you want. You can reskin the glamours. I still think the summons in this game are terrible compared to Fantasy XI's. Like, you actually got the summon, not just like a thing that floats there looking like a red crystal to be Ifrit and things like that. Like, I still think they need to do something in order to improve it, I guess. This, we currently have the Chocobo house. No, it's not the Chocobo house, the Moogle house, and it looks great. But every time a new house like this comes out, like skin of a house or whatever you want to call it, like the glamour of the house, I want it, and this looks badass. Like, I love how a little archway, it should be about here. It's got like little hands holding like little lanterns. I can't even get my words out of there. It's still early on. I just think it looks great. These I'm not particularly excited for. It's just sightseeing on your walls. I mean, don't know if I really want that. This I didn't expect. I'm a huge PvPer. When you can actually get in the queues, I love it. Like, it is awesome in this game. I didn't expect a new map. Now, the queues hopefully should be better because they're taking out the grand companies, which I've heard. So it should just be like insta queues near up. Well, not insta queues, it should be every 5 minutes at least. I did not expect a new feast map. I don't know if that's a cool thing or a bad thing. It looks cool, but it's still a little bit bland, I guess. Trying to see if they've got any new armors. I can't tell, like, if any of these are new PvP armors, but I think the new collaboration with the Garo, you got a PvP or use Gold Saucer to get it, sort of thing. So I think there's going to be a lot of PvP going on. One of the new dungeons, which is I'm having trouble with names today. Solmal, that's it. Solmal Hard. Looks pretty cool. Like, a few reskins of things. But the bosses in general look pretty cool. Solmal was one of my favourite dungeons anyway. I never liked these things, the stupid worms. This looks badass, how it lights up. And the tail swing, I know how it all lights up is badass looking. The lava's a bit of a weird effect. I can't tell if I like it or not. Like, there, it looks a bit cheap, but again, a really pissed off Scorpion. I mean, everything's out in this game just to kill you, you know, but this looks cool. Like, I'm hoping it's a bit more challenging. I just want to point out really quick also, just quickly, if you look at closely in every other like patch video or trailer, they always have the new relics, like those wearing the new relics or whatever. I can't seem to tell. I don't think these are the new relics in the dungeons that they're using. I think a lot of other people are saying the same thing as well, but it doesn't seem like there's no new relics coming out. So I'm guessing it's in the second part of 3.5, unless it's just a little step. The diadem, well, it just looks very similar to the other diadem. I don't know if it's the same map, or is anything new even being added to it, except from this part here, which is the crystal. This looks pretty cool inside of here, but I'm wondering if it's like sort of... Let's pause it there so we can talk about this bit. So, like, to me, does it just go dark all of a sudden? Everyone has to fly to the middle, and wherever spawns near you kill and you get rare drops, and then when you're outside you just farm the same old crap. I don't know, but here, if they're trying to make teams, groups work as teams, so like you take that colour platform, we'll take that colour platform, and we'll work together, and then we'll kill the one in the middle with the red beam. I don't know if that's how it works. If that is how it works, that would be pretty sweet, because if you look around when it's flicking around, there is different people on each platform, so it looks like a lot's going on. Just a skin of the worry amount, I guess. But still, it looks cool. Like, this is what I'm really looking forward to, the done Skaith. And this looks bad. I've always thought like they should have had Bismarck a bit like this. In all honesty, like you're on an airship, it's flying around or an island, and like you can attack it from the side. That's exactly what I wanted. I think his name's like Death Gaze or Death Claws or something stupid like that. That guy from the dungeon, I can never remember it. A lot of Atomuses or Atomuses or whatever you want to call them. This looks cool, like how it's got like the prickly roses and the whole like Don't know, kind of has like a creepy Alice in Wonderland sort of theme to it. It's pretty cool. Succubus. I mean, is she the one who's in the coffin that Diablos is sort of like hiding or protecting? If not, then I don't know. She kind of reminds of a game on the PS3 which had a little girl. I'll try and pause so you can see her claws. And she was like a little girl. I don't know if anyone remembers, or PS2, PS3. And she sort of had like these hands that come at the back of her, like black hands, and you could control them. It was a really creepy game. Kind of reminds us of the theme of that. Especially just above me here somewhere, there should be a hand grabbing someone. It's got the same sort of pattern and look to it. Same with the whole orb thing. It's like papery, see-through paper sort of look to it. I like it. Really well done. Can't wait. Probably be the first thing I'll do. Try to pause that quickly, but that's basically Omega coming out of the water or whatever. Even though I thought I had to dig him out.
Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
I kind of like that, how he's sort of like saying, you're going to send your hero, meaning basically the warrior light, and you're going to just let him do all the work, and if not, you know, the world is engulfed in flame, you know. I kind of like that. Bit of sarcasticness.
To persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? My blade is yours.
She doesn't look too happy about it, though. It's not the most interesting looking story. Like, I'm looking for Omega, but I'm not building horse up because I think it's basically gonna be like a tiny little chunk of story, maybe, or a little glimpse of him, because obviously they don't want to like spoil too much of him. This is also a new dungeon which will be part of the story, which is I think it's Balbassar's Wall. I think that's how you pronounce it. Balas's Wall. I don't know. Again, if you look closely, they're like the relics we currently have. They're not. I believe they're not the new relics. But again, Garlean and Allagan looking, I don't really find particularly interesting anymore. When the whole of A Realm Reborn was just that.
This has to end. It has to end now.
This looks cool. It's like a giant war. This I can deal with this. This looks pretty cool. Shit's going down. Again, a little bit of Omega.
Death completed the ritual. The Primal is taking shape.
This kind of reminds us of Dalamud, like, but again, what I'm sure they said in the story, Omega Weapon was designed to counterbalance Primals. So maybe that's why he's got the Dalamud look to him. Maybe they've spawned Omega. To sort like spawn Omega to basically like counter something, and then turns out they kind of shut him down or whatever. I don't know. I liked how they did that, like sort of like quick flickering through and made it.
To mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all.
So that was the trailer. It's not as fleshed out as I would have hoped, or maybe they couldn't fit it all in because they've got to make it 8 minutes long. You know, I'll wait till the patch notes come on, well, not Tuesday, it might be Tuesday morning, Monday, whatever, where I'll be like, whoa, and it'll take us probably like half an hour to read when I'm waiting for the servers to go live or whatever, or an hour, but I'm excited for it. I am really, really excited for it. Mainly, like, I want to know Dunscaith, dungeons, why dungeons are dungeons, you know. Primal, I'm looking really for the Primal. PvP, I'm going to be really happy with, because if they are going to take it out, I am hoping to God it's going to fix, taking out the Grand Companies is going to really fix it, or give that dynamic of where you just insta-queue because they need 72 players for this, but you know, for like Shattered or Seal Rock, anything like that. Like, I've still got a couple of mounts to collect from this, so I'm happy about that. I can sit and farm that for the Goro event collaboration thing, which I believe someone said is Tuesday. It comes out with the patch, so I'm gonna have to do a lot on Tuesday, I think. So January the 17th is when it is released. March, obviously, I've had to predict, I'll probably round about the 10th, maybe end of it. And then we've got the Fan Festival on 24th, I think, of February. I don't know. I should maybe write all these patches down. I just wanted to get the video out quick because I fell a bit behind this time. Then June 20th is Stormblood. So from March to June, there's only like a couple of months. So, you know, I can imagine they'll bring the Relic out then and give it a stage where it's going to grind us all the way till Stormblood. And then we'll get the Stormblood, we'll be using it till, I don't know, level 65-ish, I guess. But anyway, guys, comment below and let us know what you thought of the patch trailer. If there's any thoughts I got wrong, names, anything like that, you know, just let us know. I'm not the best with names. I'm just like, yeah, that guy with the red hood, that guy, you know. But yeah, thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video and you want to stay tuned for more content. Thanks again, guys.